and welcome to this week's Why. Now this is a really curious question, and I postponed my original weekly Why this week for this question. And the question is, why are weight loss pills dangerous for weight loss? To look at is why people actually want to take weight loss pills. Now, in the today's society, obesity is becoming more and more common, and people are looking for a faster and easier way to lose weight rather than do it the proper way, which is calorie reduction and exercise. So that's how people tend to start, by taking weight loss pills. Now, their use is common, research says, in lower income families and those with less education. But what actually is a weight loss pill? Now, mostly the natural ones take things that commonly occur and multiply them. So, for example, one of them is a naturally occurring fatty acid that you find in beef and dairy. And they take that and they put it in a pill and amplify it. So that's what they do with natural ones. So they might be naturally occurring, but they're not giving you in its natural state or in its natural amount. They're amplifying it. So that's the first thing to know. Now, I've looked at a lot of research articles again. Like I say, if you're watching this on Facebook or somewhere else, you need to head to our YouTube channel, because all of the research that I've found connected to this are all the links to that are in there, and they're really long. If you want to read some really detailed research on this, I've given you the links over on the YouTube channel. So let's get to it. What's going on? So the first thing to know is, while there are several dietary supplements that are being marked for the use as weight loss, there is very little clinical evidence to support their use. There are some certain types of tablets here. The words of those are coming scrolling below, and they have shown some potential benefit in weight loss, but more data is necessary to show any definitive conclusions on whether they work. And they're the only ones that I've been able to find that they can say that with so far. A lot of the research says that it's very patchy as to whether it actually does or doesn't work. There's also something else that often goes on that they struggle to separate, and that is whether somebody who's taking weight loss tablets actually starts doing more exercise, and whether it's actually the tablets or whether it's the exercise that's actually giving you the positive result. There isn't enough research to be able to definitively say if that's the case or not, but it tends to be the pattern in the research results that they've found so far. Now, as you know, successful weight loss and healthy weight management depends on long-term lifestyle changes such as reducing calorie consumption and increasing physical activity. However, because these changes are difficult, a lot of people look for tablets and quick fixes. Now, the use of these is increasing globally, and it's been speculated that individuals may use non-prescription products as well as prescription products in place of lifestyle changes. Now, that's not necessarily healthy. If you're wanting to take a drug instead of going and doing some exercise, or you want to take a drug because you eat too many burgers and that'll hopefully counteract it, yeah, that's a whole different ballgame and a wee can of worms I'm just going to leave on the shelf over there. So, non-population based studies have examined the relationship between the use of overall non-prescription based weight loss products and the prescription weight loss pills, and they have not been able to, like I said to you before, connect whether that is whether their effect of the tablets is to blame here for the weight loss, or whether it's the lifestyle changes which are to blame for the weight loss. So they cannot decide. There's not enough studies to be able to support whether it's actually the tablets that's doing it, because it might be the lifestyle changes, which usually take effect as well because of the types of people that take the pills. So What are the pills? Now, here is the first one. There's the name of it, really long, not going to try and say it. And that's the main ingredient that you'll find in the over-the-counter weight loss aids. It is a synthetic stimulant, and the idea is that it's going to reduce your appetite. Here is the second most common one, right here. And it also has stimulant properties, and it's supposed to decrease weight when used in combination with caffeine through reducing the appetite. It was actually withdrawn from sale because there was no evidence to support this claim. Now I'm going to go off on a little sidetrack here, but this is related. Also, in one of the research articles I found, all the people who took prescription tablets, half of them also took non-prescription weight loss tablets. Now, they were looking at the lifestyle changes here. Those reporting some physical activity were much more likely to not use non-prescription products. So there's a bit of a pattern going on here. The people that take the tablets tend to be the ones that want a tablet to fix it because they want to sit down and not do the exercise. Now, although there is some research to show that some of the supplement weight loss tablets do have some effect in reducing weight, most of them show no weight loss or BMI reduction. The placebos actually found an increase in body weight. Some, one or two of them, showed 1 to 10% in body weight reduction. Now, I found this in another few research articles. There are some ingredients in some weight loss tablets that have been shown to create weight loss. They tend to be used in really specialist areas with very particular patients and under doctor's orders. Now, something else you need to know about these tablets. There's a lot of side effects that tend to come with them. The most common ones are headaches, constipation, dizziness, vomiting, dry mouth. Now, the question is, do you want that so that you can take a pill and not have to go and do exercise? That's only a question for you. I can't answer that. But the research says that when they were looking at long-term effects, because we have seen in some of this research that there are some short-term effects that are positive with some of these weight loss pills, but there are adverse side effects, and there's also a whole lot of other health factors we need to take into account that have not yet been completely established as to whether the exercise that goes with the tablets actually had anything to do with it. And the fact that you're not exercising, there's a whole lot of other health risks. You know, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and all sorts of things I'm not even going to mention that aren't even anything to do with these tablets. But there's one thing you do need to know. Now, I looked at a research article, it's the last one on the list, that looked at the long-term side effects of weight loss pills and whether they actually did have a long-term effect on weight loss. Because of course, we all want quick fixes, blah, blah, blah. However, you don't want to just stay skinny for 2 weeks. If you are taking these tablets, you want to stay skinny for ages. So is that actually going to work? Sadly not. Because in the research that looked at this over long term, there was no evidence to support any sustained weight loss that was connected to the tablets. So I'm going to summarize that for you. The weight loss tablets that I looked at tend to go for the appetite reduction strategy, and they're chemically engineered using some natural ingredients, but they are amplified. There is some evidence to support the fact that some of these might have some short-term positive effects on weight loss. However, there is no evidence to support that any of these have any long-term positive effects on weight loss. There is not enough research to establish whether the tablets alone are responsible for the weight loss, or whether there are some other lifestyle things that might well be connected with this. So, in conclusion, What is the easiest way to lose weight? Do some exercise and eat a little bit less. Sorry guys, but thank you for the great question. So, have you got a question for me? Then you email me on this email address here below and I will answer it in a future why. Now the one that I've got next week, which should have been this week, is whether smoking reduces your appetite. That was a question that was asked when I brought the first smoking related question back to the person that asked me the question and gave her the answer. That was the very next question. So that's my question for next week, unless of course I get an even better question, but I will be answering that next week, if not slightly later than next week, if I get some really burning question before that. So thank you for watching and I will see you again next week.